Hi, I'm Jeff Royer. I live in the Ozarks. I voted today. We're making a chef's knife. This is my third one. We're shaping the handle right now. Let's go. I got some tools here that my son uses every day because he's been making these things since he was 13, and I am somewhat familiar with them. But I am on my third knife, so I'm on a really strict learning curve right now on how to build these things. He won't let me send one out unless it passes his certification. So it's a very quick and aggressive learning curve for me. He walked me through this step by step several times, so this is one of my first times I'm doing this solo. So we're going to try to find how we want to center the knife handle on the blade. That's what I'm looking for now, is how to do that. We have a pencil and our fancy expensive tool here, and we're going to put some lines on this wood so we can sand and grind to it. It's just reference lines. I'm trying to see how I want the handle to shape back here on the back. Kyle said I hardly got enough material here. I can't quite see it yet because I'm not that skilled. It looks like I got too much material there. He says I don't, probably have just barely got enough. So I'm trying to figure out what angle to make this handle so it looks something like this handle. We've got to do this. So this is the goal, and this is what we're starting with. And I'm not really fully sure how to get there. I have ideas. I've done this already 2 other times, so this is my first time running solo. A little scary, but I can do it because I'm highly motivated. I just put some lines on here, and I held this flat, and we put lines on here to hold this parallel to the blade on both sides. We're going to sand down to those lines. We want to make sure we don't sand too far. That's why we put the lines on there. And then we're going to take it down to it. Once we get those, we'll put 2 more lines on the other 2 sides. Ready? We got our sides ground down, flush, sanded. They're to the lines that we put on earlier. Now we're going to sand this top, get it nice and smooth and parallel with this blade, and then we're going to put a little taper on it. The back has to stay. The front needs to be ground down a little bit. We got way too much meat on here, so we're going to grind that down on a taper. You can see that line I got on there right now. I just put that on there. And let's put the line on the other side. I brought some marks. I measured off of the blade, the spine of the blade up to here. Then I measured from the bottom of the blade down to here, and that's what this line represents. It's a little wide yet. It's going to be a little wide, but I have a tendency to over sand. Since I'm a new guy, I'll over sand this thing. So I'm going to start out a little bit fat. Then I'm going to bring it in slowly, sand on it, check it, sand it, check it, sand it. That's how I roll when I'm new on something. I just don't open the throttle up all the way open and smash down on it. I'm going to be a little more gentle with this. To the sander. Welcome to the sander. Okay guys, we're getting ready to put the finishing touches on sanding the handle to the rough sanding fit. I got some help from Kyle on the proper, we're gonna put some bevels on here. So I gotta put some scribe lines on here, so I'll sand to my scribe lines. And I've got a number already. I got some help from Kyle on what that should be for aesthetics, so we can make this look slick and feel really sweet. So I'm gonna scribe it with my calipers like that. I put a little scratch in that wood and I can see it just real good. Scratch it down there like that. And it puts a nice little mark in there. And I've already done these other 2 sides, they're marked. So now all I gotta do is sand to these lines and we'll rough it in one more time with these bevels. I wrap tape around my blade because I don't want to scuff it with a sander. And I also slowed the speed down on the sanding belt because we've just got some fine rough sanding to do. So you slow the speed way down. It gives you a chance, a couple seconds, just to get your mojo and get your finesse in there. And there's no sense in getting in a big hurry at this point. Just slow it down and let it come to you. Just become one with the machine, nice and slow and gentle at this point from here on out. No big gouges, no big scrapes, no slips, no bumps on the blade. It's finished. I don't want to etch it again, and I do not want to keep carving on this. We'll take it to where it needs to be, and that's it. Okay guys, I skipped ahead on you. We were marking and sanding these lines in on these bevels, these 45-degree bevels right through here. I got those in, I got them sanded out. We went all the way up to 1500 grit, 220, 320, 600, 1000, 1500 grit. And I had the blade all taped up. I didn't scuff and scratch on the blade this time, usually I do. Then I went ahead and got it buffed out, put on the buffer with some red rouge, got it buffed out real nice and sweet. This is palm wood, it's got a really beautiful end on it. I love it. I got it all where it needed to be and started putting edge on it, started grinding on a stone and ran it across the stone and sharpened the edge, got a nice degree on it, nice radius. And had some blotches on the blade with our coating. So I went ahead and recoated it and got it all smoothed out, got the Damascus all smoothed out on it. And there it is, it's a finished blade. Chopped a bunch of rope, probably 150 cuts, and cut a carrot just for fun. They're easy to cut. And it'll shave a little hair pretty much anywhere you want to go. All down the blade, it'll shave from one end to the other. This is officially my second knife, but we'll call it my third one from the one I did 8 years ago. And I'm getting ready to fire up the forge and build another one. And we're gonna put our stamp in here yet. We haven't stamped it, etched it yet, put the name of the company in there, what we want to represent. We want to reveal the artist in ourselves, we want to reveal the artist in others as well. We're gonna put something on there that will help us capture them. If you want to see more videos with me in them, comment below. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe. Goodbye, Poppy signing off.